And so, how do you raise that revenue without destroying the capitalistic system that, makes the U.S.
Gates! Do you see how he turns it around straight away? That is the opening part. Gates is on this program, right? And straight away he's using his hands. How do you raise all this revenue and money without destroying? And then he said the working class and the normal people, he says that capitalist machine that created all this. What? No, Bill. The Constitution. The Constitution of the United States. What he does is, instead of saying, the American dream, the land of hope and glory, the Constitution of America, we the people, the freedom of speech, how do you raise all that revenue without destroying that? Instead of saying, how do you raise all this revenue and money without destroying the freedom of speech, the freedom of expression, the American dream, we the people, the Constitution, the independence, right? How can we raise all this revenue without destroying that? Instead, this is this big hand thing with the hands, right? The big twist with the hands. He does a big conjuring trick, the Wizard of Oz, the magician, and he spins it. He goes, how can we raise all this cash and money and revenue without destroying? Ooh, here it is for the spin, the cup and ball trick, the capitalism. Gates, what a charlatan, right? What a charlatan. Gates, right? What about Gates? The judgment of the peers, right? The court system, a fair trial, Bill. A fair trial in a court of law. How do you make all that money without destroying that? Well, you destroyed it because you took the jury out of the magistrates' courts. You took the jury out of the county court, Bill. And when you take the jury out of the county court, Bill, when you want to split up with your wife and, who's going to get all the money, we don't decide in a jury, right? Instead, your Billy buddy best mates, because you're going to appeal it anyway, Bill. If, we the people are in the courtroom and we're like, fuck me, all that money that they've robbed off us, now he's having a tiff with his wife about who's going to fucking have it all, right? After we've said, fuck both of them, none of them deserve it, we should give it all to charity, right? In fact, we should have it. No. Oh, Bill will appeal that to the Crown Court. Oh, no, sorry. I mean, let's start in the Crown Court because we don't have a jury in the... don't have a jury in the Magistrates' Court now. Don't have a jury in the... don't have a jury even in the County Court. Well, we'll start in the High Court then. Oh, no, the jury's gone from there as well. Oh, look, it's... Emma Arbuthnot and the other, MI5 chiefs who are closely linked to Bill Gates and Security State who buy the computers off him for 77th Brigade. Oh, we'll let Emma Arbuthnot and her husband, MI5, agent decide, right? Who's going to have half of Bill Gates' money or not. That'll be more like a fair trial. Or we could do it in the Supreme Court. No, because Bill's going to appeal it no matter what from us pipsqueaks, right? And it's going to be the Lords, the Masters, the Lords, the Lady Chief Justice who decide who's going to have Bill Gates' money when he splits up with his wife, right? Not you and me, not we the people. So get those big hands and that big fireball and do the big spin around. It's not we the people, Bill. It's not we the people. What is the first thing you think of in America, Bill? No, not capitalism. Not a Trump hat. Not big corporate Microsoft, Facebook, Google, Bill. We the people. Right? The right of free speech, the right to petition, freedom of access to the press to challenge what the laws should be. The ability to do that, right? Forget the money, forget the business, right? The Constitution Bill, political fairness. It's not business. It's meant to be everyone in, we the people, not Bill and his mates. If it was Bill and his mates, it would be called Microsoft. Hey, look, the Articles of Confederation. Here we have all these states. What should we call it? Microsoft. Oh no, the United States of America. Not the United Microchips of America. Not the United Memory Sticks of America. It's called the United States of America through the united consciousnesses of the individual living beings who are emitting spirit into one single consciousness of people, Bill, right? Not capitalism. That's when certain persons decide that they're more superior and take money. That's what happens in England when you've got a king and lords and barons and earls, Bill. You decided that you weren't going to do that because of it was bad and the Civil War, and you'd thought you'd build something new and different and fair, Bill. Why don't you move to England and become an earl? Or get sworn in to Parliament and become a baron? But oh no, you have done, because you've built Michelle Donnelly a brand new, you've bought her a pony and a Department of Innovation and Technology. So Rishi can make his new temperature-controlled fucking coffee mug project, right? And all the other sweet viruses that you've got, coming out of the back end of China, right? Bill, it's not capitalism. You're a big porky liar. A big pork liar. Now you're trying to force an update on Microsoft, my favourite app, which I use all the time, which is Microsoft Mail. You're trying to force me to update it to the new Outlook, which I don't want to do. They've never done this before with anything ever, with any Windows program. Force you to change a program and take one away. You're doing that on purpose to attack personally people, just like Mark Zuckerberg's doing now on Facebook, putting his stupid note thing there, right on the button that everyone likes to use to return home on their profile. He's hijacked it to be a pain in the ass, which is what all these companies are doing when they get to know you and then think the best, find out what things you like and use and then delete them just to annoy the fuck out of you. Bill, you do not support we the people, Bill. You support we on the people. There are people who interpret we the people as us, the citizens. And there are people who interpret we the people as stand there, zip down your fly, get out your dick and piss all over them. Right, Bill? We on the people. That is your side of it. Because that is what capitalism is doing, Bill. We on the people. And half the stuff you've made have been unhealthy for us and poisonous. And they've carried on. Now he's popping up on these TV on these chat shows, right? Literally corpse, man. Look at this. The fountain of youth. The fountain of youth and modern technology right here, corpse, man. Right? The charlatan. What's stopping us, right, going into court with a jury and saying, this man is no baron, earl or duke. Here's a jury, right, in a civil court. He's stolen, half the money off the people. We'll have it back now. Right, done. What's stopping that? How about that in universal jurisdiction? Gates should really have moved to England and become English. I think what Gates should have done is move to England, get English citizenship, get an English passport, get an English driving license, become a member of the House of Lords, and then, he could be chief of MI5 or whatever, like Emma Arbuthnot and her husband, and then, he could be running the world so that, we're all going to buy and use Microsoft computers and things, and, there's capitalism for you, not we the people, because we don't have we the people here. It's, it's kings and, privileges, which we're not even getting. It's just scandalous that he would try and make out that capitalism is the thing that America stands for, you know, when really what it means to say, right, is that, you know, all the time we were playing you those adverts, you know, all those Levi adverts going into the laundrette, you know, with a Levi's guy with his taking his pants off into the washing machine, or going into the OK Corral diner on Route 66, you know, and having a Coors beer. All these normal experiences we're advertising for normal people. You know, this is the American dream, Sunset Boulevard, you know, surfers on the beach, right? All these normal activities for normal people, right? We the people, really, it was actually all about the fact that the process of making these adverts, the people who were filming them, making the money from them, Coors, Budweiser, the capitalist machine, all the time this capitalist machine, which was making cans of Coca-Cola and making a killing out of everything, you know, even sending Santa around on his sled, they was selling this painting, this picture, you know. Here's a normal experience for a normal American in a diner or on the beach or whatever, you know. It doesn't have to be fucking Mar-a-Lago. Yeah, it was a deception because they're transmitting this image. You know, you don't need lots of money. You don't need to be rich. You can just be sat on a beach with the sunset going down, or you can just be in a diner having a burger, or you can just be, you know, on a street corner cracking open a can of Coca-Cola. But they're making money out of this, millions. Don't reach high. You don't need to reach high, because this is the American dream. While they were rinsing it. And, or, you know, who would give, you know, there are programmers who, you know, don't even, you know, they don't want to hang around with people. They just want to sit in front of a program, a computer program, and, you know, do some coding, you know, program some old school coding and make a computer do certain things, right? There's nothing wrong with that. If you don't want to hang around with people, if you just want to, you know, sit in a library and be a bookworm and read or whatever, if you want to sit and program a computer, fair enough, right? If that's your bag, if that's your thing, if you like, you know, geeking around on computers, making solitaire games, right? But the fact now is that Bill is not sat at a computer going, wow, this is cool. I got my computer to program a 3D map of, you know, a 3D plane, and now I can, you know, make little characters go left and right. He's actually linking up to real people's computers in their houses and see if he can get them to stand up, go to the kitchen, come back again, you know, update the app. Oh, see if I can get him to move his thumb and stop doing that nice, comfortable, convenient position that he likes pressing, like Matt Zuckerberg just did to us the other day, because I took the piss out of him with his fucking Congress fucking spanking from Josh Hawley and, you know, John Kennedy. You know, this is the thing. Bill's not programming pixels on a screen and trying to get them to do cool things now. He's trying to get you to do things. Sell your land to him so he can fucking buy it all, right? That's not capitalism. That is in the new slavery. In fact, they even got a term for it, modern slavery. Accept cookies, right? This is programming people. We're not programming pixels on a screen in an imaginary 3D memory stick. He's actually, him and his new disciples, Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Sergey Brin, the disciples of Bill, you know, they are trying to get us to do things because they think that, you know, they have got a better, they're better judges than we are, you know. As Elon Musk says, you know, only those with knowledge should have the power, right? That's scandalous. It is absolutely scandalous, and I don't think that they deserve. A lot of these people, a lot of the scientists aren't the actual businessmen. You get some of them who are and who have got honours and who have got a lot of money, like Fauci. You know that they're getting all these perks and privileges and a hell of a lot of money. But some of the scientists are more like, Dr. Tess Lowry, who are a little bit, skeptical. There was a lot of very, very clever people like John Campbell and his circles, who aren't obsessed with making profits and money and controlling everyone's behaviour and conduct. They just want to do good for the world and come up with good ideas and innovation. There's always someone who takes that idea and innovation and wants to capitalise on it. So, I don't know who's more dangerous at the moment, Bill Gates or Sergey Brin, but apparently when Sergey Brin turns up, there's loads of security everywhere, but yet they find out they don't know where he lives when they're trying to get him to, subpoena him to court or whatever, So, we're at the Roman army stage, Rome used to be a republic. Rome was a republic where people voted for, their leaders, which is quite cool. They weren't trying to take over Gaul. They weren't trying to take over Britain. They weren't trying to take over North Africa. They actually voted. Maybe they got that voting system in the city in Italy from other places that were voting, possibly even England, And then one guy decided that he was going to take charge of the army and then take charge of the republic. And then they decided that, he was not going to be a republic anymore. And then he used the army and he took over everywhere, right? That's what's happening now. But it's not happening with necessarily soldiers in armour. It's happening with people sat at desks, purchasing and buying and taking over and administrating, and then also getting everyone to comply through a submit, consent, accept. Hail Caesar. Submit, consent, accept, agree, Hail Caesar. That's I think only Hitler could have aspired to that with his Sieg Heil. Hail Caesar. You don't even need to, we're not even being, the Germans at the moment have got a big gripe about this whole Nazism thing, haven't they, Oh no, we can't talk about the Nazis or Jews or what happened in the war. It's too taboo. Well, let's talk about Caesar then. Hail Caesar. That's the Hail Caesar. What else do you need? Consent, submit, accept, and agree. Consent, submit, accept, and agree. Accept the cookie. Consent and agree. Sieg Heil, Sieg Heil. 1, 2, 3. Hail Caesar. I submit. I consent and I agree. I submit, I consent and agree. Where's the jury? Where's the jury? Where is the jury? They're gone. It makes you think, like, I'm starting to think now that, with these viruses, what happened to the jury? What happened to us? So what happened to the workers in the warehouse? What happened to, what happened to the map readers? I'll go ride shotgun. I'll go ride shotgun on the stagecoach. We're going to Kentucky. Where's my shotgun rider? Where's the map reader? Oh, he's gone. Now we've got sat-nav. Oh, just a minute, I used to have a guy sat next to me. Oh no, you don't need him now. Now you got the sat-nav. He can tell you where to go, what to do. Where's my map reader? You don't need a map reader. Oh, just a minute. Where's the driver gone? You don't need a driver. This is satellite controlled. I used to have a stagecoach with a rider and a driver and a map, with a map maker. Where's everyone gone? And I'm just in the stagecoach. You didn't even a Dick Turpin to rob me, because now, where's the highwayman? Stand and deliver. There ain't even a highwayman now. It's just a speed camera. You get a letter through. Stand and deliver. There ain't even anyone there to rob me on the highway. They ain't even got a highwayman. They've just got a machine to fucking do it. Slowly and slowly, the people are disappearing. There ain't even a highwayman there. No more Dick Turpin. No stagecoach driver or rider. All the people are disappearing. It's going to be the workers soon. Once they get these walking, talking robots in a factory, and then Jeff Bezos can, safely, he could probably switch his cameras. Once all the machine workers are programmed to do all the work, he can turn the cameras off, can't he? He's got full confidence that they will do the job as programmed. Once all the droids are, programmed, you won't need the cameras on to watch them, because the droids will be the cameras, the cameras that were watching the workers. If only that camera that's watching the workers could move, and reach its arm down and then grab the worker, and then you're not supposed to be in that position. It's like on Doctor No, isn't it? Beep, beep, beep. It's like on Doctor No, like when Bond's looking into the room and there's like they've got the arm grabber thing and going in the glass. Doo, doo, doo. It's like, if only Bill, if only Jeff could, I can see that worker there. You're standing in the wrong place. What are you doing talking to that guy? This is like in the last bit of Doctor No. This is proper Bond villain stuff. It's like no. If only the camera could reach out with a robotic arm, and I'll grab that worker and give him a little bit of a shake. Oh, don't you mean that you want a robot sentinel staff, to make them do as you say and want? Well, well, do you own these people, or is this slavery? You don't have to work here. You're fired. It's like Trump. You're fired. Well, what if they all say, "Oh, we're going home then"? Well, good riddance. Good riddance then. Why don't you all fuck off? Good riddance. And in fact, I'm so angry and pissed off with you. By the way, that food that we've been knocking out in tins, it's all poisoned, and you're all going to fucking die. How can Bill not see that he is Dr. No? And how can Jeff not realize that? And, you can pretend to be, nice all you want, and have goodwill. But, this is the thing. These guys are, prima facie Bond villains, straight off the movie. They're out to conquer and dominate, and that's what those movies were meant to be against. World domination, same old thing. But unfortunately, it seems that good old MI5, Emma Arbuth, not her husband, are one of the main orchestrators in all this thing. One of the main conspiracies. But Gates. I thought Gates is knocking on a bit now. Look, I ain't seen him for a while. He's really starting to. I thought he'd have some miracle potion. Thought he'd have some miracle grow or something going in there, but maybe he did for a while and it's worn off. I don't know. But anyway, he's all in for capitalism. He's not in for we the people. He's turned it all around. If it wasn't for capitalism, then there wouldn't be in America. No, if it wasn't for we the people, there wouldn't be in America. Who made all the who made all the Microsoft computers? Oh, I made them in my office. In coding. No, you didn't, Bill. The people made them. The people made them for you in the factory. You didn't do it by yourself. Well, I am the mastermind behind this plan. I am the mastermind behind this plan. Lex Luthor.